Alright, here we go with the last video cast of the semester. Thank God. Uh, we got people of the 2000s this time, so I wanted to do someone I had never heard of. In this case, Burial, aka William Bevan, who is a British electronica artist who was pretty active in the mid to late 2000s. So first I want to do kind of an overview of his discography. He started out with a couple EPs which were released on Hyperdub Records. It's based in London, and his debut released in 2006, and that was a pretty big deal. He had a couple other EPs after that. He released Untrue, which is his second and last thus far um, full-length album, and it was released to insane critical acclaim. One of the most interesting things about Burial is that his all of his early releases, he did not release them under his name. They were under Burial was the only name he was given, and so his identity was actually completely anonymous. He didn't go out in public, or he was not publicly known as a musician until 2008, after Untrue had been released. He was nominated for the Mercury Prize, which is like the highest prize for music in the United Kingdom, which is a pretty big deal, in 2008. And there was a bunch of rumors that he was actually Richard D. James, aka Aphex Twin, as like a secret side project. So he decided to, because of all the attention he'd been getting, he decided to reveal his actual identity as William Bevan, and that he was from London. Still not much is known about him though, personally. Since then, he has not released a full-length album, but he's done a million of bunch of different singles and EPs, collaborating with some other musicians like Fortet, Tom York, and Daddy G from Massive Attack, who I have down below. So as for what Bevan has done as far as technology, one thing that's very interesting is that he created all of his music, his early recordings especially, in a sound editor without the use of a tracker or a sequencer. Instead, he just arranged it himself and edited all the sound with Sony SoundForge software. So very kind of simplistic approach, but very effective, obviously, for such great. Now, where Burial has been a trendsetter is in the dubstep genre, really, and a lot of his innovations come in the use of samples and vocal manipulation. He would take a cappella tracks and just do a bunch of pitch shifting, vocoders, and effects on those beyond coherency, so you can't even tell what they're saying anymore. But it's to form this ambience that really supports his music, and it's a very interesting effect. So, seeing as how he's a trend-setting and integral use of technology in the dubstep genre, I think it's important to go over to what dubstep actually is. A lot of we think of it as the Skrillex crap, but it's more based on two-step and UK garage, the genres that came up in the 90s, and so the British version of that is more based on kind of trip hop and that kind of vein, featuring sub bass frequencies and lots of syncopated drum rhythms. And all in all, having never heard of Burial before this, I gotta say I really dig it, so you should check him out. Thanks for watching.